About a week and a half ago, I took a deep dive into 9 battle royales across the App Store to bring you the best mobile battle royales of 2024. After analyzing the main components of each game and scoring them accordingly in a specialized matrix, I ranked them from best to worst. COD Mobile came out on top, closely followed by PUBG in second, SMC in third, Farlight 84 in fourth, New State in fifth, the controversial ranking of Free Fire in sixth, Cyber Hunter in seventh, Knives Out in eighth, and 1v1.lol in last. However, it was made known to me that there were several games that I discredited as being worth my time of reviewing, such as Combat Master's Combat Zone, Pixel Gun 3D's Battle Royale, or Rocket Royale. I wanted to make this second video to address each of those games, revisit and revise my rankings based on new opinions and criteria, and finally, discuss the upcoming official releases of Warzone Mobile and Bloodstrike. If you enjoyed this video and would want a part 3, like the video and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Let's get right into it. Combat Master's Combat Zone. Combat Master itself is a multiplayer FPS game similar to COD Mobile, and was released in 2021 by Alpha Bravo Inc. It sits at 4.8 stars on the App Store and 22K ratings. The app is 2.4 gigabytes and requires iOS 13.0 or later. Now, just like COD, it has its own Battle Royale game mode called Combat Zone, which released only 2 weeks ago at the start of the new year. There's only one Battle Royale map, matches consist of 64 players and range anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. It has up to ultra graphics and 60 FPS, a fully customizable HUD, but only first person. It only offers solos, and the game is actively unknown how many bots are in each lobby. For my short time playing the game, I've seen lobbies that are 34 out of 64 players to as low as 4 out of 64. Matchmaking is typically immediate, but can take up to 3 minutes as of now. It features extremely easy to use controls, merging the ADS and fire buttons just like COD, with smooth and diverse animations such as gun reloads, first person running, and the opening helicopter entrance. It has the best and most engaging movement since Apex, with sliding, sprinting, and vaulting, allowing for dynamic, high-octane combat. The gritty graphics and sound design resemble those of PUBG, and it even has a gulag, allowing a single respawn after death, just like Warzone. After all, it basically is just a Warzone clone, even the map resembles the one of Warzone 1. Also, it officially includes full controller support. However, since it's brand new and seemingly released prematurely, it doesn't have any vehicles or any way to mark POIs on the map. Player stuff also disappears too quickly upon their death, and guns aren't dropped when you pick up a different weapon, meaning you can lose out on some extremely good loot. You also only have one primary, AR, SMG, or sniper, and one secondary, a pistol or knife, leading you to have to pick only one playstyle at a time. Also, the recoil on weapons is just insane. Despite all of that, I genuinely loved playing this game. I just couldn't put it down after I started. It has so many elements that would make the perfect battle royale, with just a little more polish and some extra updates. I will certainly keep my eye on this game as it continues to grow and develop. From entering it into the matrix I made for the previous video, adding in compensations for the unpolished nature and lack of certain elements mentioned prior, it comes out as a solid 60. Pixel Gun 3D. Released back in 2013 by Cubic Games, with 4.8 stars and over 800k reviews. The app is less than 1 GB and requires iOS 11.0 or later. It supports HD graphics and 60 FPS, as well as a fully customizable HUD, but it's only third person. Now, Pixel Gun, just like COD, isn't known for its battle royale whatsoever. In fact, it practically doesn't even have one. It's mainly focused around TDM modes and a massive zombie campaign. Its battle royale mode was introduced a whole 5 years after its initial launch, and another 5 years later, it's practically dead. There's 2 maps, and it's supposed to be 30 to 100 players, but since it doesn't use bots whatsoever, you're lucky if you get over 20. Plus, matchmaking could take from 20 seconds to 5-ish minutes, depending on what time of the day you're trying to play. Despite those factors, I genuinely had hope for this one. I used to play the other game modes all the time as a kid with a few friends of mine, but let's just say no amount of personal bias could save it. First off, it has ads. Not only does it have in-game purchases, which make other modes purely pay to win, but it has ads! The controls are extremely difficult to use, weapons are extremely unbalanced, and there's absolutely no skill-based matchmaking. The only good thing I have to say about this game is how smooth the character and weapon animations are. But besides that, this battle royale royally sucks. but hey, it also has controller support. I'll give it around 20 points for that and its decent looks, at least placing it above 1v1.lol in the grand scheme of things. And finally, Royale. Released in 2018 by GameSpire Ltd. with 4.3 stars and 15k ratings. The app is 0.5 gigabytes and requires iOS 11.0 or later. It supports HD graphics in 60 FPS, a fully customizable HUD, with first and third person options. It has several maps that rotate, matches are 5 to 10 minutes and have maybe bots? Matchmaking time is surprisingly typically under 2 minutes, and you have the ability to choose teams of up to 3 in the beginning lobby. It takes the building and material collection systems from Fortnite, but adds its own strange twist of being an extraction-based game, where you collect meteorite to build a rocket and then protect it until it's ready to launch. The controls are subpar, gameplay is slow, graphics are acceptable, and once again, it has ads. There are 2 other game modes that you can play as well as you level up, but after my initial impression, I don't believe any of them are worth pursuing past the base Battle Royale. I wouldn't recommend this game to anyone, even if you're dying to play a Battle Royale and have less than a gigabyte worth of storage left on your phone. It doesn't even have controller support like 1v1.lol did, so it gets a -10. With these games reviewed and added to the list, the current standing is COD Mobile in first, PUBG in second, SMC in third, Farlight 84 in fourth, New State in fifth, Combat Master in sixth, Free Fire in seventh, Cyber Hunter in eighth, Knives Out in 9, Pixel Gun 3D in 10th, 1v1.lol in 11th, and Royale in last. However, I'd like to switch the placement of New State, SMC, and Farlight to stay true to their numerical ratings through the matrix, and void any aspects of personal bias. So there you have it, the best mobile Battle Royales in 2024, as of now. Obviously there's some adjustability to this list, as Free Fire may be better suited for lower end devices, and therefore more favorable than others on this list, like New State, Farlight 84, or even COD. PUBG fares off the best in terms of versatility across different devices, but the long match times and severe glitches still place it, in terms of the matrix, below COD Mobile. I really wish I could put Combat Master higher on the list. I enjoyed my experience playing it the most out of all games ranked so far, and after playing it, it makes New State, PUBG, and even COD feel so profoundly slow and boring. Yet its lack of crucial elements like teams, POIs, or vehicles weigh it down. Really, any of these top 7 games are worth giving a shot and have their own merits to them, yet I'm not quite satisfied in saying any of them are a perfect mobile Battle Royale. The final thing I'd like to discuss in this video is why I'm not counting either Warzone Mobile nor Bloodstrike in my rankings. Both are in the late beta stage of development and therefore are still in early release stages, meaning they are not available globally, so not everyone can play them unless you have a strong VPN allowing you to emulate the regions they're being tested in. I've been keeping track of both, however, and I've got to say, both look amazing. The movement looks phenomenal, just like in Combat Zone, and both have their own polish, creating a smooth mobile Battle Royale experience. I've still got plenty more mobile Battle Royales left over from this in the previous video, so once again, if you'd like a part 3 covering the worst mobile Battle Royales, leave a like and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching and all of your support, and I'll see you next time.